the label for this motorcycle is Xtreme 250R Challenge the Extreme.
Okay.
The difference is there is no E at the beginning of the motorcycle's name, but there is the E at the beginning of the word.
Okay.
But it's effectively saying Xpulse, challenge the Xpulse, and it doesn't make much sense. But what I'm really happy to report is you will hear this is the fastest 250 in class.
Okay.
You will hear that challenge the extreme thing. And this is one of the least extreme, most happy, enjoyable motorcycles you'll ever ride. But it's a polite, subtle motorcycle.
Okay. Before we go any further,
Mm.
this is that in-between class that seems lost between the two ends of the, let's say, exciting spectrum.
Yes.
Right? Which can be the 150s at one side or 200s,
Correct.
whatever you want to say.
Correct.
Right? And the 300s upwards.
Correct.
So who, when you say rivals, who are there aside from the 250 Duke?
Okay, so the thing is, the 250 Duke is your extreme reference on the top, but that bike is about, I want to say 55,000 rupees more expensive than this bike.
Okay.
On the lower end would be the Pulsar N250, for example, which is a very commutery Pulsar, which has completely different value sets. But what Hero is saying is something very interesting. Hero is saying the premium segment is 97% or something street fighters.
And the Yamaha FZ2...
I'll come to it, wait. So the FZ25 we will not discuss because it's retired.
It's retired, right?
It's retired hurt.
Okay.
Okay, the motorcycle is retired, we are hurt. Retired hurt. Okay, so one reference point would be the MT15 because the MT15 is a 20 bhp-ish naked motorcycle, but the price point is very similar to this motorcycle. It's almost 1-to-1. So that's one reference point.
Okay.
Performance, the Duke 250 is a reference point, but this motorcycle is a lot less expensive. The N250 is a reference point because it is a 250. It has no direct relevance to this product in terms of comparatives, but the N250 is a fantastic commuter and Bajaj stepped up the suspension game. So we will bring that up at some point. But what Hero said, which is very important, is Hero has the awareness of the mass market. They don't want it to pollute the premium bikes too much, but they have an awareness of it. And they're saying if motorcycles are under 2 lakh rupees today, the number of people who can buy a motorcycle is much larger than if a motorcycle is above 2 lakh rupees.
Okay.
And you should remember this because this will come up on when you ask me the question, why is the Xpulse not a 250 also? That is the reason why the Xpulse 250 currently does not exist. And Hero said categorically not opposed to the idea of the Xpulse 250. But we want to see where we head with the 210 first. And what I'm going to discuss in the 210 is they are willing to get very serious about off-roading. If you are willing to get very serious about off-roading, it has to be done in commercially viable numbers.
Okay.
So that discussion we will leave aside.
Right.
This clip is actually from a much longer video, which is on our main channel, which is called MotorInc. Why don't you visit us there? This idea in more detail over there with my great friend Karthikeya Singhi. You like him, right?